think we left off. So we left off starting with Palasi. Oh yeah, no timer today. Live split every once in a while decides to break. It'll probably just fix itself eventually. It's gonna be past the tail. Okay, cool. Okay, I got real lucky there. Okay, also lucky. Should be one more lightning. Oh, maybe not. Fire breath. Yeah, cool. Wait by the tail. And he's out. Cool. Come to the center and wait. There we go. What does he do after this? More teleporting or lightning? Lightning. Wait a bit. You do the fire breath here, or run away. Yeah. Will he do lightning? No. Fire breath? No. Maybe moved away a little bit too early. Ooh, good attack. Here, we're good. Okay, this is the one we gotta be real careful on. Yeah, if you run towards him, it looks like you can dodge kind of safely and it's not too bad. You won't get hit by the aftershock. Good move. Yeah, he sometimes does that and disappears. Figure out where he is. There he is. Oh, right. If he does that combination, it means the lasers. I think I'm okay. Yeah. Would be cool to learn how to dodge the lasers, like, up close, maybe. Okay, running towards him ain't bad. Lightning or teleport it. Dodge this. So true. Okay, he'll stay here. Eee, that was risky. Okay, that's fine. Here-ish. Oh, okay. The visuals were correct. I thought they were cutting off. Teleport. If he does the big attack again, it'd be nice. Oh, Lord. He wants to give me the sketchy one. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he dragged me a bit. That's crazy. Come on, do lightning or something. You know you love it. Ooh, this is good. Don't be too far. Ooh. Oh, I got real scared there. He's up in the air somewhere. There he is. Alright. Oh no. Oh. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. I'm young. I really thought he was going to tag me with a laser there. Get out of this fucking attack. Where is he? Yeah, if you... Okay, so if you dodge, like, into his chest, he may carry you forward a bit, and it seems okay. If you dodge, like, under his arm, though, it's the best spot. Figuring that out in the moment's a little tricky, but still. Okay, I think the visual's correct. Does he teleport? Does he give me lightning? Lightning would be Pog. Nope, he teleports. Never trust that move. This is fine. Just don't get too greedy. Okay, and don't fuck up this next dodge. Easy. Not sure what he may do. Ooh, good move. Oh my god, I was in the fire. And he's dead. Let's go. That very last, I don't know, quarter of his health bar. Yeah, if you really know his movesets, like in and outs, like 100%, you could punish a lot of the little teleport things here and there. There's the one slam down move with an extra pulse AoE that I just don't even want to try, really. Most of the time, at least at an RL1. If I had health, sure, I'd be dodging in there. But losing a whole attempt over that is just like, ugh. Everything else is pretty manageable, too. But if you're gonna play it patiently, then it takes extreme patience in the last, like, quarter of his health. As you can tell, with all the teleporting away and stuff like that. And you've already gone through such a long fight, he's got so much health to work through. But nice. Dragon Katana did come in clutch for us. The fact that it just happened to have, you know, or happens to have in the moveset, these piercing moves. And it does pierce damage. That poke move right there. Huge, huge up for us. It is time. So we finally got great katanas. That was our first time. We are still missing on this list, from what I can see real quickly. I think regular axes, whips, and scythes. And daggers. So daggers, scythes, whips, and axes. Just some really basic things. We've actually gone through all the DLC now with Great Katana. We've gone through all the DLC thingies. So that's cool. Alright, well, obviously we're using great katanas, so no. We'll do a respin. Say it ain't so. Aww. Man. We were so close to daggers. What I want to do is get Malekith all the way up to finishing Hoarah done with. And then we'll be left with Malenia, Radabeast, Midra, and Consort. Okay. And then we'll do Midra, probably Radabeast, and then we could maybe do like a coin toss of either Consort and Malenia. Which one goes first and which one goes last, you know, that kind of thing. I think that'd be a nice ending to this whole adventure. $5 on Steam? Okay, gotcha. It's just like a brand new thing? I actually get a stagger here. JK. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna get a stagger in the phase 2. Right? No, the goddamn hitbox. So much trolling. And he's dead. I will say, a couple of those last hits there, the weapon itself excelled. And even in the first phase, I will say, even in the first phase, I'm not really a dex weapon person. But the fact that this is a two-handed weapon excelled there. We killed the boss, chat, you know what that means. The wheel. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Don't give me fucking twin blades again. Ah, no way. Colossal swords. Yay. That may have been a category we never got either. Yeah, okay, apparently we never got colossal swords. So let's go. Well, you know what that means. Time to go get the best one. Actually, chat, would you prefer to see the Guts Greatsword or Zweihander? Zweihander. Well, over put a lot of R's there, we're doing it. Okay, Zweihander it is. I also love the Zweihander. The fact that you can just get it so early and just basically run through the entire game with no cheats or anything with a colossal sword. Such a nice weapon. Yeah, but I had a feeling he'd be hella tanky. Ow. That hurt, good sir? Can't argue with the reach, though. There's no way you backstep that. What the hell? Yep, that vertical strike. Now, route-wise... Yeah, we just really want to go here. Over the map. This is where the Mansay is. It actually is a little nicer to go from here, an upper path to this like corner here and then go this way. But around like I think here and downwards, there's not even that many Winter Lanterns. It's more so the Inquisitor dudes, which is fine. Vibes and the look of this place are great. The mechanic that they introduced, not so great. Not really for it being difficult to get through, but more so that's just tedious. Leave now? We just got here. I don't think so. Is Jackie feeling a dress? It doesn't quite match. We do this and this. Yeah, that kind of matches. Nice. Yes. Let's go. Good fight. Good fight. He's a fun boss. He's a fun boss to learn and everything. He's got like slow enough moves for you to read. He's got a little couple tricky things here and there positionally if you're trying to do like hitless or an RL1 basically with no health boosting at all. His hitboxes are pretty clean for the most part. I think just visually with the explosions and some of the fire things, those could be cleaned up, but at the same time, once you know, then you know. You know? Rellana as well also has like clean hitboxes. The problem with Rellana is she's got two swords, so double swings as you're dodging into them and stuff can be very tricky. And behold. Well, we finally got Colossal Swords. I thought we had gotten those at some point. Oh. Okay, flails. So the only guy we have left in the DLC is Mr. Consort Radahn himself. But we also have the NPC fight to get through. Now, flails, in the base game, we have Malenia we could go straight to, and we have Gideon to then go do Godfrey Horaloo. We could probably make a flail work against Mr. Gideon, like maybe. Okay, if we're gonna be medium load anyways, Jackie may need to get full on protection. She's a basic knight. Will that happen? This one's the bomb. Yeah, that right card spell is the dumbest thing. Yeah, that has a range. We did it! He's dead. Get fucked. Stop talking. Hurry up. Okay, cool. Nice, we can go back to drip mode. I don't even think the armor really helped us there, but you know what? Whatever. Pointy toes. The pointy toes work? Not as good. It's like the full gardener look. Probably because they're like denim almost. Yeah, let me get to the next grace, and then you know what time it is, chat. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Ooh, Colossals. Yo, we haven't seen Colossals in a hot minute, actually. Nice. We have, I think, done it. Yes, we have done it. Let's go. He's dead. People pog. With that chat, him being dead, you know what that means? Tis the time for. It is time for the wheel. Behold. And now, chat, we only have 3 more bosses left, actually. So we're kind of hoping for 3 good pulls of weapons. Otherwise, we may be in a pickle. Let's see what happens. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. There are sting shields. Well, maybe we do the int hat thing. We killed Renala, so actually we can do banana hat. That's also drip. Hold up. Yeah, that's enough drip. You know, that's drippy. How am I lacking? What am I lacking? This only gives you 3 int? Like for real, for real? We can get a +6. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Poor Jackie. Reduced to the Burger King helm and no more drip. Just for this fight. You know what, if we're gonna do this, we can at least try to do some drip. Yeah. We're just a comfy sorcerer. Perfect. Nice, nice. Let's go. He's dead. The wheel. Behold. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Again, if it's a really shitty weapon class of any kind, then we could go kill like an Erdtree avatar and reroll it. I'd still have to go through a fight at least. Ooh, hammers. Hold up. Not a shitty weapon class, not at all. Let's see. DLC final boss with hammers. I kind of don't want to do it. But Malenia with hammers, we've technically done already. And we can now use a bleed, a built-in bleed hammer. Good old the Morningstar. I know I've used that a couple times already for this class. You don't get much better than a good Morningstar though. Not gonna lie. And it is Malenia. So I think, fuck it, we will ball and run that way. We'll watch the cutscene too. Get the popcorn, get the popcorn. Malenia time. Oh no, Mikola, the brother that could care absolutely less about his sister. I have a feeling lore-wise she's completely okay with it though. Like maybe he's not like, you know, horrible in that sense, disregarding his sister. Like maybe they just came to an agreement like, yeah, you're diseased, you're dying, your time is short kind of thing.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return.
Actually, I don't know. She's awaiting his return is what she's saying. So I don't think she really knows that he's abandoned her. It's kind of sad.
My words. I am Malenia, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, we just gotta wait. Nice. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, we fucking did it.
Extraordinary. The
She tried to stall, she tried to stall, she failed, she failed. Let's fucking go. She tried to stall. Where's the grace? There it is. The bleed procs that we were getting more constantly, even though, like, you know, the resistance keeps going up and up, was just better in the end. And I mean, yeah, I guess I just kind of cheated it and used the bleed. Alright. Sorry. We'll get better. Behold. Let's just behold it for a second. Are you guys beholding? Okay, Matt's beholding. Anyone else? No? Yes? Okay, Mina's beholding. Hold me, I'm beholding. Okay, cool. Nay's beholding. Nice, nice. Beholding indeed. Cool. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Any guesses? Any guesses? Anybody have any guesses of what we would get next? We still have yet to get... Yes, we still have yet to get daggers, axes, whips, and scythes. Well, reapers. I think every single thing otherwise we have gotten. Great sword or twin blade, curved swords. Gonna say great axe, okay. We got great axe. Yeah, we have a woman killer caliber. Let's see what we get. Okay, not daggers. Fucking heavy thrusting swords. Heavy thrusting swords. That may not be horrible for NPCs, in theory. Like, you just kind of stay at a little distance and you just kind of, like, heavily thrust into them. We have the lance. And we also have the sword lance. So, as an option. So, it doesn't sound horrible. I'm I'm just trying to wait for the stamina in between so that I can get like the full 3 casts off each time. Oh, jeez. Okay, she's dead. I'm coming, Nathan. Hold out. Yeah, bleed him, bleed him, bleed him. Do it, do it, do it. Do the thing. Do it, Nathan. We fucking did it. Fuck this fight. Let's go. Oh, thank God. Okay, now for the actual fight. Jeez. Yo, Nathan, chest bump. We'll watch the cutscene. Why not? Cutscene, cutscene. Get the popcorn.
Champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
It's him. Okay, cool. Because we do have access to Sword Lance as well. So it may be worth switching to Sword Lance. It's still in the same class, Heavy Thrusting Sword. But you know, if it's worth, then it's worth. Let me double check this. Just for any extra little damage we can get. Where is it? Dex 11, Strength 21. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, everyone. Wait a minute. I kind of figured they were all the same thing, but no. Hold up. Hold the phone. Maybe I have it. I do. Brother, are there any other ways that I can get strength? Think, people, think. Jackie can't win the game like this. Look at her. She's sad. Man, but the drip, though. We were so drippy. It's just not the same. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Drip is everything. But would I realistically be able to beat Redaniel in 3 minutes? No. Ooh, nice. Run the fuck away. Jesus. Please. We fucking did it! We did it! I'm sorry I got loud. We did it! Thank God, I'm free. And it was fucking hitless. Let's fucking go! Hell yeah! Okay, well first of all, I know what we're gonna do. We shall return to Peak Drip. Where is it? Actually, does I look good in this? The blues clash. No. Back to the hat. Yeah, the hat. Then what's a good, like, vest? Wait, there we go. No. Ew. See, this blue doesn't, like, clash as badly. okay. Nah. She's definitely more rugged here, yeah. I don't like the shoulders. No. I think this was the peak drip. Yeah. She's a conquistador. Well, we can watch this cutscene in the meantime. Tell me your thoughts. Where is it? Here it is. My eyes! I can't see. Oh yeah, now that we're done with the run, we can do like a tier list actually. I'll do like a 5-minute break or so. So I can set up the spreadsheet in the meantime. It'll probably be a tier list of... I mean, I guess we can do what we did last time with both weapons and bosses. This time focusing on RL1. Wow, cutscene. Everyone wanted a better one. Let's go. It doesn't matter anymore, he's dead. And for good old time's sakes, let me bring back the wheel. We did beat a boss, so why the hell not? A wheel spin that has no purpose. For the vibes. Behold everyone, for the last time for this run. The wheel. What could we possibly get this time? Damn, we'd actually get whips. I think we never got whips. Oh boy. With the music, it's funny. But yeah, chat, this was a tough one. Not all of it was very tough. Quite a lot of it, even DLC-wise, was actually pretty doable. And I mean, I did the whole extra, you know, random weapon, you have to stick with the weapon you're given kind of thing. We didn't reroll at all, which is really nice. We did not reroll. The only time we ever did like a reroll per se was if we got like the same weapon again after having used the weapon, or if it was something that we got plenty of times like Katana or something, I just used it on a random boss. That was useful. But we did not ever give up on a weapon for a boss and reroll to try to get something better. We stuck through it. The real Elden Ring was the remembrance bosses we made along the way, yes. I do want to do the tier list though. Like, seeing the names physically in front of me of the bosses would help bring back the memory of fighting them. Yes. Can see it pretty decently. Okay, cool. So this is the list of all the actual remembrance bosses plus Bale. Bale is essentially a remembrance boss in our heart. Cool boss. This is all of them. Now, for the tiers. So this would be S tier. A, B, C, and D. The way I'm going to categorize this is... We'll start from the bottom, and then F, of course. F is like, no, no, no. Just don't even try. It's not worth your time. That kind of thing. Don't worry about not seeing the names down here. They'll be in the list anyways. Godric. Godric is a weird one, because I feel like he'd be a good learning boss. Like, he'd be a good boss to learn from, because he's so delayed in his attacks, and he doesn't have too many attack patterns or anything like that. Right? But the problem is he's so early in the game that his scaling's very low. You'd have to do like a rune level 1 plus 0 to really fully grasp the fight and appreciate it. That's my opinion on it. And I mean, he's got some good punishes. He's got good, like, oh, he's doing the hand chop off into phase 2 thing. You know, I should be doing this right now. So it's got some good, like, thinking points, but he's not so fast with anything that you're going to lose out on the timing. I'd say Godric is honestly a good B tier. Like, looking at it glass half full, optimistic, he's B tier. He could be C tier for some people though. And for some people he may be A tier, so this is like the right tier for him. Godric, nice. Renala. So Renala, her whole first phase is a gimmick. And then in the second phase is just a bunch of spamming and then spamming with summons. So I don't really think anyone has a enjoyable time. And the thing is, she's such low scaling as well that you just kind of like bash her face in, even out on an RL1. She's kind of just what you need to do to get respecking. Which, I mean, in an RL1 you wouldn't care about respec anyways. But in general, that's what she's really for. You would learn, like, just how to dodge basic spells that are coming at you or tracking you pretty well. And you would learn, you know, from the summons at least, different, like, mob types to dodge in the moment. That kind of thing. You would also probably learn, like, you know, when she does the summon animation, it knocks you away. You can roll into that. So you would learn some basic things like that, that again, aren't too fast. You would learn. So she's more of a C for me. Yeah, phase 1 is easy, but there's stuff to learn in phase 2, basically. So Renala. I find that fair enough. Rykard is also a huge gimmick boss. I mean, his whole thing is a gimmick boss. Or a gimmick fight with the Serpent Hunter and, like, the wind attack thingy. I wouldn't call him a fodder boss. He like, you may have fun fighting Rykard. As creepy as he is. Even like using the shield poke strat, or just fighting him straight up with Serpent Hunter. Maybe learning that you can port out of that room and go level up Serpent Hunter, that kind of thing. He's like one of the first really huge bosses that you just fight. Besides Fire Giant, I would say. Like, his character model seems bigger than Radahn even. And the room isn't the biggest room in the world for him. So you would learn, like, some spacing things. I'd put Rykard at a B, personally. For those reasons. Redaniel. Okay, now this one may be controversial. This is a base game Radahn, by the way. This could be controversial. I think he's a great boss to learn from. Because you're out in the open field. There's not much to distract you. There's some slope memes that could happen to you. So you do have to be wary of where you are in the arena, that kind of thing. There's a whole phase 2, like, spawn animation that you have to learn how to dodge. He's got very wide sweeping moves, so you have to hold on to your rolls quite a bit. You can't just go in there like, you know, willy-nilly at an RL1. You do have to think about it. And he's so tanky for an RL1 as well. You're not going to do too much damage. You could even try an RL1 like one cycle with like staggers and stuff, so it could be like, you know, fun in that sense. I think honestly for me, Radahn is an A. Even though I suck at Radahn in base game, he's an A. He's a cool boss. Also, what kind of makes him an A too, there's no boss in front of him. You just have to get to Altus, and there's no boss in front of him at all. You don't have to do Crucible Knight Misbegotten. So that's great. Godric has Margit, Rykard has Noble, and Renala has Red Wolf. So those are extras. Moog. Moog has a couple ways to get to him. None of the ways are horrible, really. Getting to him is very easy, and there's no boss in the way of him, necessarily. Necessarily, at least, right? He is a late game boss. He's one of the harder ones. I enjoyed the Moog fight quite a bit, actually. I think Moog is also an A. The first phase is honestly great, and you can just practice the first phase through Sewer Moog if you wanted to. Like, purely first phase. You always have Vari's Quest, yeah. You could practice first phase Moog through Vari's Quest, and then, or through Sewer Moog, and then the phase 2 itself, you would learn, you know, to work with the environment around you, because there's blood flame goddamn like everywhere. So you need to learn how to like position yourself correctly in the arena, right? That is a useful skill. I know it's just a video game, but like it's still a useful skill if you're trying to be very skillful at the game. Morgott. I'm also put him at an A. The reason why, I mean, we even talked about this the other day, he does have very complex coding to him, so there's a lot of, like, you know, paths for him to choose on certain moves and move sets and combos and stuff like that. He's not too tanky, though, so you can really get through that fight fast. You can learn probably a lot of different ways to just tackle him. Or a lot of different approaches. From very passive approaches to very aggressive approaches. It all kind of works. And he's a fun boss to test on. The run back for him isn't hard or anything. Right before him is the nice like gold free spirit. So that's cool. And he's essentially like the first like main progression point of the game. The first big like real checkpoint of the game, I would say. Because you've entered the capital, you got to the tree, etc. So it's cool. He's a nice boss. Malenia's already next. Malenia. Where the hell would I put Malenia? Malenia, most of the fight is fine. It's waterfowl. You just have to learn waterfowl. Now, hitbox-wise, she's very clean. She does not have horrible hitboxes. The phase 2 can get a little iffy with some of the hitboxes, but really, once you learn like the general range of hitboxes, then you wouldn't be like sad, you know? She's still set up pretty cleanly. Is it F? I think that's just on Lissa's end, right? I wouldn't put her in S. I think people would 100% maul that waterfowl all day. For me though, is she an S? No. She can be a little annoying. She's an A for me. She is a good experience. Even though it may take long to get her down correctly and do the whole waterfowl up close dodge probably, she's still an A experience for me. Good knowledge and fun. Because she swings really fast. So you do have to learn how to like get in and out of her swings like that. Fire Giant, eh. He could be fun to learn. You honestly don't really learn much with Fire Giant, if I'm honest. He's kind of a D. Fire Giant's issue is that he's just a huge health bar. And by that point in the game, you would have already understood how to like fight bosses like him. He's just a huge health bar. He's kind of just in the way. Though, I don't know. I'll put him in a C. I'll put him in C. He's not necessarily not fun. He's more of a fodder boss for me. And we can adjust these as we go too. Malekith. He's an A. I know some people maybe mauled on him, but he's a good experience to learn the phase 1. Because the fight itself, like once you learn the phase 1 and you're pulling off like that phase 1, like the dodges and all that stuff, it looks really cool. S, you're biased for Malekith. I'm trying to think. He doesn't really have bad hitboxes per se either. Now, okay, he does have a bad hitbox on his body. So like hitting him some of the time, if your weapon doesn't have a lot of reach, such as a club, it may feel bad. Or Starfist even. Starfist, you may feel kind of bad that you whiff every once in a while. So I won't put him at S because his hitboxes aren't the best. He's like a high A though. He's a high A. These aren't in like any particular order in the A category. I'm not going to do all that. Classy. Classy's in a D. You won't really learn much from Classy, and he's not really fun. He's just a bigger health bar than Fire Giant. And he's got horrible hitboxes. It's not fun. Hoaraloo / Godfrey. S tier. Oh. I can't spell. Aura. There you go. S tier. Good hitboxes. The phase 1 and the phase 2 both have their unique like styles to them, but they're very much like repeatable, learnable. And I think at this point really like it would be only the very small things catching you off guard here and there with both of them. But they've also got like very nice points throughout like their health bar as you're decreasing their health bar, where they do expected moves, right? So you can get a hang of that whole thing, of a scripted interaction happening. Even like the phase transition, that whole thing. So that's nice. It's one health bar. Radabeast. Elden Beast kind of drags this down. Radagon himself is kind of fun until he gets all crazy towards the end of his phase, or towards the end of his health bar. Elden Beast is just kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, with all the running away and stuff, and then Elden Stars. In terms of learning, would you really learn much from Radabeast? Not really. You enjoy Beast more now with being able to use Torrent? Yeah, I suppose so. I learned it without Torrent, obviously. And I still didn't really use Torrent, per se. It could get you out of a pinch. He's not as bad as Plasty, though. Both phases, neither of them are as bad as Plasty. Plasty's horrible. For an RL1 specifically. For RL1... yeah, RL1 here. Radabeast. This is mostly due to Elden Beast, but still. Vortisax. I'm kind of biased against the dragons, but Vortisax is a no. Vortisax himself is cool, but for an RL1, it sucks. The tracked lightning mechanic sucks. The lightning AoE things sucks. The fact that he's doing Deathblight at you and lightning sucks. Now, if they just took away the tracked lightning, he would easily be like somewhere else up here. But the tracked lightning really kind of hurts the fight for melee people. Moose. Moose, there's not much... Like, Moose isn't horrible, but it's just kind of a fodder. Estelle... Would you really learn much from Estelle? The problem with Estelle on an RL1 is if you stay too close to him all the time, or like right near his like head or neck region all the time, he would do the big like go up in the air and slam down with the wave pulses thing, and there's no real way to dodge it. If there was a real way to dodge it, he'd be a little bit higher, but no, there's not a real way to dodge it in the moment, so you wouldn't even really learn that much. Everything else is pretty easy to get a grasp of, so he's more of a fodder boss. I won't put him in D. I wouldn't quite put him in D, because like Plasty and Fortisax are just horrible. Estelle isn't like just horrible, but it's, you know, it's just kind of annoying. Lion Dancer, Jesus Christ, this thing, bro. So now we're in the DLC section. Yeah, now we're getting into the DLC stuff. So Lion Dancer at an RL1, he's so all over the place. If Lion Dancer did not have the one very fast double chomp move, the RL1 would be fine. But because he has that very fast double chomp move, and it could kind of combo chain off of anything when you're in the right position for like punishes, etc., it makes it really dumb. I'm not gonna lie, it makes it kind of dumb. Now, would it be something like you won't learn and it's not fun? Or would it be much more not much to learn in Fodder Boss? I think Lion kind of goes here for me. I do not really like that boss. Especially with all the phase changes and the lightning everywhere, and then the frost and wind, you gotta make sure you're rolling right on time, that kind of stuff. Yes, you could learn from that experience, but it's still not the best thing in the world. Don't think lightning phase is learnable. Yeah, like essentially Lion's one of those bosses, like with Plasty or Fortisax, where you're just trying to learn a script for the boss, and you would stick to the script for the rest of your life, that kind of thing. But you would never really like interactively learn that boss, you know? These ones, Fire Giant, Renala, Radabeast, Moose, and Estelle, you may not spend the full time to learn a script or anything, but you'd have some way to wing it in a fight situation against them, and it'd be fine. When you think about it, right? Like you could wing it against Estelle, you could wing it against Moose, Radabeast, that kind of thing. You may get bad RNG, but you could wing it. Whereas Rykard's kind of fun, Godric's fun, and then these are just much more fun or interactive. Rellana, oh boy, Mini Malenia. She is easier than Malenia. The only caveat to Rellana is she doesn't have Waterfowl, but she does have 2 swords. And the double sword timings can kind of fuck you over on a roll, positionally. Also, welcome back, Drew. I'd say she's decent. Like, some people would take it from B and put it A, or some people would take it from B and put it C. But I don't think you're really finding a lot of people that would say D or even F. And similarly, I don't think anyone would say it's an S tier fight, per se. Maybe a few. But I'll keep it at a B. I think there's nothing inherently unfair. Yeah. Nothing inherently unfair, no. I think it's just the double sword swings in all of the phase 1, really, that could catch you off guard, is all. And then really the phase 2, by the time you get to her transitioning to phase 2, you've probably got some kind of decent enough build. She doesn't have a lot of health, or poise, where you're probably just staggering her and like finishing off that phase pretty fast. At least that's how I've approached it the past couple times. I don't know if anyone's really had like huge trouble with the phase 2 in that sense. She's got a cool double moon attack, so that's cool. But it feels like really the phase 1 is the more like learning portion of it. Mesmer at an RL1. Now we used Starfist on Mesmer because we were given fists. It was a nice fight with Starfist, I would say. And the fact that you can use Starfist comfortably means that really you could use any weapon comfortably. Nothing would miss. I think he's an A. As much as I think Mesmer himself is kind of mid. People will burn me alive for saying that. No pun intended. I think for an RL1, he's a decent challenge. A decent boss to go fight. Because he's got some very tracked moves. He's got a few like jank hitboxes that aren't really as jank as you would think they are. And he's got some flashy combos that you can dodge. So like if you were to do an RL1 and record it, send it to a friend, it would look flashy and cool. You'd feel cool about yourself. Maybe. So Mesmer's cool. He's an A. A low A. Like a B+, but like, he's an A. Gaius. The McRib himself. I mean, once you get past the first charge attack on Gaius, I find it a very interactive fight. And he doesn't have a lot of poise, so it's not like he's really tanky in that sense, and you can never get a stagger. You'd have to be using a really horrible weapon to never get a stagger on Gaius. I'd honestly do this real quick, actually. I'd honestly move Gaius here and Mesmer here. But like he's like a high beat. Romina, Gaius we had Hammer on, so like Hammer worked fine. Or Hammer class on. Romina, what the hell did we have for Romina? Oh right, we had Halberd, and we used Lucerne. That was an experience because Lucerne is so slow. She's got some jank hitboxes in a bad way. With the centipede and the way you need to time the dodges and stuff like that. It is a decent learning experience, I would say. I felt like with the double like swing move that she has, for instance, the way that we figured it out to just roll once but very late, like that's really interesting, you know, seeing a double swing but you're just rolling once, that kind of thing. And then I've seen other people roll it a completely opposite way, so that's cool. Multiple approaches arriving at the same goal of just killing Bug Lady. He's got flashy moves going on. It's not really that hard to learn how to dodge most of the moves, really. She's pretty simple. You kind of have to beat her to beat the DLC. She's a required boss, really. But is she like fun? Or is she a might have fun? I'm gonna put her here. She's like a might have fun. Mesmer, you might have fun. Or you might malt. It's up to you. Midra. Awesome boss for an RL1. He's an S tier. He doesn't have anything crazy going on. His hitboxes are for the most part pretty clean, honestly. Very clean for the DLC, especially for the DLC bosses. He's got clean hitboxes going on. Good timings as well. He's not doing anything too crazy. He's got like one move to run away from, really. Everything else can be learned. Like everything else you can learn to strafe or run around. You really do have to pick and choose your timings. He's got a lot of health to work through, which in an RL1 situation could be shitty, but it doesn't really feel like when you have Skidoo blessings, at least it doesn't feel like he's got a lot of HP in that sense. Watching out for the madness buildup. Maybe, I mean, if you're dodging correctly and learning to dodge correctly, you don't even really get madness buildup to that extent. I don't think I ever died on the Midra attempts to madness. So like, yeah, you're not even really getting madness. You would sooner die actually, because you have no HP. Putrescent, eh. I just don't really like Putrescent as a boss in general. He's kind of lame. Putrescent, he's just kind of lame. I think he's just a fodder boss. Even from a learning perspective, he's just kind of a fodder boss. He's got some delayed moves, cool. He's got some things to jump, cool. He's got like a horse shriek to dodge, cool. He's fodder boss. He's like as fodder as you can get in the DLC. Consort. Honestly, we can save this dude for last. We'll skip the flower. Okay, this is from the perspective slash approach that there's no other way to really beat Scattertree Avatar. If you are not using Flame Spear plus some weapon that Flame Spear can be on, you're basically approaching the fight wrong. I don't know what else to tell you. Flame Spear basically does the work for you. Now, if you aren't using Flame Spear, but if you're using at least fire damage, okay, fine. Casually, Scattertree was annoying AF. But when you figure out the moveset, it's not too bad. I think I'll put Scattertree, honestly, even though I casually lost my mind on it. I'll put him at a B. Like, people could take it from a B if they wanted to and move it to, like, C or D or A. I doubt anyone would ever put it in S. I don't mind Scattertree. That being said, again, that's the perspective of Fire Goper on Scattertree. If you're not using fire, then you're basically just asking for pain. Flower Finger Mom. Finger Mom has horrible hitboxes, I'm not gonna lie. Now, obviously, yes, there's scripts and stuff like that, and I mean, that just two bounty people have found an ingenious way to get around the whole laser thing. But from a very general sense, Finger Mom kind of sucks in an RL1 because you're not really having a fun time learning the basic moves in phase 1, and then once you get to phase 2, it's just kind of more annoying. She could just summon ads as well with the other fingers. Yeah, you found that because the laser's so bad. Exactly, right? Even like Ong Ball, when we tried to look at Ong Ball for a reference, Ong Ball's only way of dodging the laser in a normal situation was to have Raptors of the Mist. So, you know, it just kind of sucks. But then even just in general, like the hitboxes are just kind of all over the place with her. Sometimes she hits you, sometimes she doesn't hit you, sometimes you have to roll early, sometimes you don't have to roll early. It's very inconsistent in a not fun way. So yeah, that's a D for me. Mr. Bale. Bale's actually kind of awesome. As crazy of a freaking dragon boss as it is, Bale's pretty awesome. Would I put Bale at an S? If they took away chest hitboxes from Bale, probably. Or if they made the AoE on the Scream Lightning a little bit smaller, he'd be an S tier. But there are instances where you can be a little bit too close to him, you know? Right before he does the scream on the lightning tracking thing, and you're just kind of fucked no matter where you roll. So Bale's at least an A. Otherwise, everything else is pretty learnable, I think. You could even learn him in such a way that you're just like focusing on one of the legs and not his head as much. And you could still learn to read the animations of what his body's doing and know what attack it is and when to roll. It's not too bad for him being a big boss. The phase 2 even isn't too like insane. I feel like you're never really in the way of half of the extra shit that he's adding in the phase 2. If you're positioning correctly. So yeah, Bale's an A. We ended up doing Bale hitless. So not too bad. Finally, Mr. Consort Radon. Who we also did hitless, by the way. Everyone could get fucked. Kidding. Mr. Consort Radon. You learn a lot. Kind of. But I don't know if I would classify the fight as fully fun for everyone. And the amount of thinking and thought process that goes into like trying to get him done sometimes, it can kind of wear on you. I'm not gonna lie, it can kind of wear on you. Like lore and stuff, yeah, he's an S, but an S or an A. We're not talking about lore, we're talking about from an RL1 perspective. Did you win, son? We're doing the tier list. So yes. Trick to Radon is to find ways to not interact with his moves. Exactly. I mean, like, parrying, for instance, you're not even really learning half of the moveset, really. You're really just learning how to read him, I don't even know, moving his body for like half a frame and then pressing the parry button. And then you learn, for the most part, a few dodges here and there, and then you're good to go. And then you just hope for good RNG. He's not really like a fodder boss. I don't know. Like, I just beat him. I beat him hitless, but do I really feel like I may have had fun? And it was decent learning? I don't know. I don't know, Chief. It's hard. It's hard. He's definitely in one of these three categories. I feel like I'm just not placing anyone in F. Or remove F. What would you guys say? Where would you guys place Consort Radon in an RL1 situation? Reminder, you are RL1. Close to a D. Yeah. I think you'd say below a B for sure. Yeah, like I was thinking between these three. Some people may say a B just because they beat him and he's so difficult. But I don't know if that's good enough reason to really land him in B. C, he's not really a fodder boss in this sense to just get through. He's more of a headache. So yeah, honestly, yeah, he's a D. He is a D. Poor Consort. Now this is in the, this whole thing is in the eyes of an RL1 person or someone about to do RL1, right? Yeah, for RL1 it's a D. It just seems so all over the place with what his branching paths of moves could be, and even if you're doing parries, it's just so like your eyes are glued to the screen, to his like bicep, if anything, to see which bicep moves. And then in what way to know whether or not it's like a delayed thing or a stall move or something. So yes, this is the tier list. What do we think? Any opinions? I'm not gonna really change it unless you convince me otherwise. Anyone have a noticeable boss they would change around somewhere? feel like these bosses definitely go together. Mostly for poor hitboxes or a horrible move here and there. Nah, looks good, Chief. Okay. R1, you'd say that's pretty good tier list. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I may one day actually share with you guys these tier lists. They'll definitely go in like VODs and stuff, but for now they're just kind of here. Cool, we did it. Yay. Let's go.